Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a great day so far. Today we'll be covering Chapter 4, Budgeting Methods. My name is Noemi and I'll be your instructor today. Let's go ahead and look at our learning objective. We want students to learn the different resources and methods to help them budget by teaching them the pros and cons of using each method. As I've said before, everyone's budget is going to look a lot different. Hopefully, the methods that we cover today will be able to give you the opportunity to build the most effective budget for your needs and wants. Let's take a look at some budgeting apps. How do budgeting apps actually work? These apps can help you create a budget each month, and it'll notify you if you're exceeding your spending limit. It can also help you break down and visualize all of your expenses on a graph. This way, it'll be easier for you to understand where you've been spending most of your money and where you can cut down on some of your expenses. Let's take a look at some examples of budgeting apps. We have Digit, Acorns, Chime, and Mint. Let's first take a look at Digit. Digit helps to passively save money by analyzing all of your monthly income and your spending patterns. It works by taking money from your checking account and moving it into your savings account. You're then allowed to create any savings goal. For example, you can save for a rainy day, or you can save for a vacation trip that you have planned. Digit takes roughly around $2 to $17 from your checking account every 3 days or so. It does have a monthly subscription cost of $5, however, you are free to cancel at any time. Let's now take a look at Acorns. This app invests spare change from your checkings account and places it into a diversified exchange-traded fund. It is free to download, however, it does cost $15 a year if the portfolio is worth less than $5,000. You're probably wondering what I'm referring to when I say spare change. Acorns gets spare change by rounding up purchases that you've made. For example, if you've spent $4.50 on a Yule's cup of coffee, Acorns will automatically place 50 cents into an exchange-traded fund once enough change has been accumulated. Let's now move on to Chime. This app rounds up purchases from your checking account and puts extra cents into a savings account. This app is designed to help people start saving gradually. Chime is free to use, however, in order to have an account, you must be 18 years or older, have a social security number, and be living in the US. Let's now move on to Mint. Mint is a financial tracker app. It connects all of your bank accounts, credit cards, bills, and investments into one place. It also helps categorize all of your financial information, and it gives you personalized savings recommendations. Next, let's take a look at creating a budget sheet in Excel. A budget sheet is a table that documents all of your income and all of your expenses. Using a budget sheet can help you plan out all of your expenses for the month and for the entire year. Let's take a look at some budget sheet templates. Both Microsoft Excel and Google Sheets offer a variety of templates. You can then tailor them to your own preferences. But now let's move on to creating a budget. You first want to start by separating your income from your expenses. As you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, we have created a budget that will serve as our example. We have decided to place income at the top and expenses at the bottom. Here are a few things to keep in mind. First, be sure to include all sources of income. This may come from a part-time job or any side hustles that you may have. For the yearly sheets, it should contain all 12 months with each corresponding income amount beneath it. As for expenses, don't forget to list out any potential expenses such as rent, mortgage payments, entertainment, clothing, or vacation savings. Next, you want to subtract your total expenses from your monthly income. Whatever is left over is going to be either your surplus or your deficit. And remember, you can always place a percentage of your surplus towards your saving goals or your emergency fund. Let's take a look at an example. Nikhil makes around $11,000 a year. Since he still lives with his family, he helps to pay a portion of their living expenses. For each month, Nikhil pays $500 for rent, $70 for groceries, $25 for utilities, $15 for Wi-Fi, and $35 for any miscellaneous expenses. How much money does Nikhil have left for this year? Let's solve it. Nikhil's total income is $11,000 per year. His total expenses equal $7,740. What we're going to do here is take each expense and multiply it by 12, given that there are 12 months per year. So then that gives us our total of $7,740. We then take a look at our formula. Money left for this year is going to equal total income minus total expenses. So we're going to take $11,000, which is the amount of money that Nikhil makes per year, and we're going to subtract that by $7,740, which is the amount of the total expenses that Nikhil has this year. We then get a total of $3,260, which equals the amount of money left over for this year. We're now going to end the chapter by discussing how often you should be updating your budget sheet. You should be updating your budget every month. If you want to stick to a strict plan, you can opt to go for weekly budgets, where you can set spending limits for the entire week. Remember that you can always edit your budget sheet with important details. Let's say you went over your weekly coffee limit. To correct this mistake, be sure to take note of it within your budget sheet, and do your best to avoid making these impulsive buys, as they can be expensive over time. That was it for today's chapter. I hope you all enjoyed learning about different budgeting methods. If you don't already do so, please connect with us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also find us at www.younancial.org. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.